What's happening, everybody? I'm back. All right. Another video about respect. And only because I got comments, a few comments, where people say respect needs to be earned. What do you guys think? Does respect need to be earned? Or do you just give it? So, all right, let me explain how I feel about it. I feel like this is just how I try to operate nowadays, because yes, respect should be earned, right? But I feel like, I like to show respect until you lose it. Until I like to show respect to everybody until you don't deserve it no more. Until you lost that, That's just how I'm trying to, I try to, let me know. Do you guys smile at strangers? Do you guys hold the door open at the store? Like if you're coming out the gas station and hold the door for a stranger, you see them coming, they're close, Or do you just keep pushing, just doing your business, just taking care of your own business? Like, I normally just go about my business. But as I've been getting older, I'm trying to be respectful to everybody, until they do something or say something or to where they don't deserve it no more. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like that's the way we should be living. That's how the way, I try to hold doors open for people. Sometimes I notice that sometimes I'm like not paying attention in public. I'm just going about my business, and I'm thinking about other things, and I'm walking past people and I'm not smiling, and I feel like that's wrong. We should be all kind to each other, You walk past somebody and they walk right past you, flash them a smile, If they look at you, smash, just throw a smile at them, And I'm trying, I'm trying to be, you know what I mean, a good person, So that's my whole thing. I just had to make a follow-up video just because I got a few comments and people said that respect needs to be earned, And so, I'm not trying to take shots at nobody. I'm not trying to, none of that. But, so you don't give respect to strangers because they haven't earned it from you yet? Like, I don't know. Like, let me know. Like, think about it really, You don't, like, say you go to an appointment somewhere, You don't know this other person from, whoever. And you're not going to give that person at the counter any respect until they show you some. Like, they got to earn it first. Like, no, you're going to walk in respectful. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for helping me. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so it's kind of like I don't want to say double-edged sword, but, I understand the whole, you got to earn respect, but I feel like that's more on a personal level, like with like on a personal level with people that or something like that, something of that sort, But, I mean, we should all be walking around showing everybody respect. Everybody in society, everybody out here, we should be walking around showing everybody respect. you know, just, and trust me, I know it's hard for me too. I get in my own thoughts, and I'm not paying attention to anybody else that's around me. And you know, and like when you're standing in line and there's people behind you with the shopping cart, there's people in front of you with the shopping cart, you know, show people respect, you know, if you know, whatever, you know. But you guys tell me, let me know. Do you still feel the same way? Do you still feel like respect needs to be earned, or could we just give it, you know, to everybody until they don't deserve it no more? You know, until they lose it, until they do something that's not right, you know? You guys let me know. Let me know in the comments. I had to respond. You know, I already know I made 2 videos on respect already, but this is the, you know, had to do this final follow-up on just because of the comments, all right? All right, everybody. Thank you, everybody, very much, and have a good day, and God bless.